Yes, you can now buy a 2 to 4 units using a conventional loan for as little as 5% down payment. Fannie Mae recently revised their underwriting guideline that allow owner-occupied property for duplex, triplex, fourplexes to buy those property using just 5% down payment. Now, if you don't know what Fannie Mae is all about, Fannie Mae is the government entity that sets the rules and guidelines on how conventional loans should be underwritten. They are also responsible for buying those mortgage after you close on your property. They typically will buy it from your lender. So most of the time, your lender usually sell your loan to Fannie Mae, or we call it in the secondary market. In this video, I cover what you need to know about using 5% down payment to buy a multi-family property, and what are the ins and outs, and if this is something that is actually viable for you or not. Thank you for joining again. My name is Wale Lawal. I am a real estate investor and also a real estate agent. I'm based in Houston, Texas, and I help investors or regular homeowner, to make an informed decision when it comes to buying and selling or investing in real estate. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and I usually encounter a lot of people that they really want to buy multifamily, but they just don't know, they just don't have that, 15% for duplexes or 25% for triplex or fourplexes. And now those people, they are very happy. They can now buy the duplex or the triplex or the fourplex they want by just putting 5% down. Now, you might be asking me, hey Wale, what is the big deal? Why should I care about this, using 5% to buy a multifamily? You see, when you buy an investment property, it comes with a lot of risk, and the lender always want to make sure you have good amount of skin in the game. That is, they want you to put 15% down if it's a duplex, or if it's a triplex or fourplexes, they want you to put 25% down payment. So to put it in perspective for you, you're buying a property of a fourplex, let's say is in Houston, Texas, and it's $1 million. They want you to put minimum of 25% down. That means you need to put $250,000 down. Let's face it, how many people can afford to put down $250,000 on a fourplex? Very, very few. So this is why it's a big deal, because now those people can buy the same $1 million property by just putting 5% down, which in this case should be what, $50,000, right? So that's why it's a big deal for a lot of people. Now, there is a guideline here. You need to have at least 620 credit score. There is also some, maximum limit restriction. There is a limit you cannot go above. You have to live in the property for at least minimum of 1 year, and you also must be very comfortable making the monthly payments, assuming you have vacancy, assuming you couldn't just find a tenant for the other unit, or even though you found a tenant, maybe for whatever reason they had to move out, and now you have to make sure you can afford, you have to pay the payment, you have to make the mortgage payment for the other 2 or 3 units, as the case may be for you. So if you're not comfortable, let's say the total monthly mortgage payment is $5,000 and you are counting on other 3 units for a fourplex, right? You're buying a fourplex, each of them should rent for, let's say they will rent for $1,300. You are living in one, so you're probably paying rent to yourself, and the other one that you are not living in, you're renting it out, right? So let's say the total monthly payment for your mortgage is $5,000. Now you are counting on the other 3 units, for other 3 tenants from those units to pay your mortgage. So for whatever reason, if you have vacancy of 1 or 2, you should be prepared to make the payment for all the units, which is $5,000 in a month. Now, if you are not ready for that, then you might need to go single family route or just buy a duplex to reduce, the probability of something going wrong. In real estate, right, when people are buying those 2 to 4 units, we all know that you cannot live in all the 4 units. You have to live in in one, or you only live in one, and make sure you rent out the other 3 units as the case may be. In this case, I'm thinking of you buying a fourplexes, right? So other 3 units, somebody that will live there, they could be your friend, family member, or they can even be a total stranger. Just make sure you rent it out and you get some income from that other 3 units. We call this house hacking, and I've made so many videos about house hacking, which you can see it here, or I will also link it in the show notes below, where you can learn more about house hacking and see if it's something you actually want to do. Now, house hacking does have a lot of benefits, as they allow you to start learning about real estate investing or how to be a landlord without all the risk. It also can afford you to live for free if it's done correctly and if it's done in the right location. It also allows you to learn about property management, tenant relationship, and overall allow you to see if you actually want to do this for a long time, or you just don't like the idea of having people having to talk to a tenant. Now, I do recommend you talk to a lender if you're going to be buying a 2 to 4 unit. Even though you can put 5% down, the lender will still have you apply. You want to make sure you qualify for it. You want to make sure you're ready for this, and you want to make sure that this is something you're very comfortable doing. I will tell you from experience, somebody that has helped so many people to buy or sell multifamily, I can tell you it's very rewarding, because on the long run, you are now going to be building equity on the 4 doors instead of just 1 door if you are going the single family route. So what does this mean to you? Even though there might be potential that tenant may not pay your rent, there might be potential that things can break, but overall the pros really outweighs the cons. And if you've been thinking about this, about investing in real estate, I can tell you that there is no any better strategies that I know of out there with less risk and less money than house hacking. You can do this with a new construction. You can do it with even a single family home. Live in one room, rent out the other 3 rooms to roommates. It's a no-brainer. But if you're not comfortable with that, absolutely adjust, based on your own comfort level, and there is no right or wrong way. Now, the beauty of this is that you can actually do this every year. You can live in there for 1 year, move out, go do it again and again and again and again. Now, when you're tired of moving, that's where you can say, you know what, I'm done. I just want to, settle down here. Also, you have the opportunity to sell the house at any time. You can actually sell it, 3 months, 4 months after you move in there. Of course, you want to have a legitimate reason for doing that. You don't want to do it, prematurely, because when you just bought a house, you have not even realized all the closing costs that you spend while you're trying to sell it. So also, when you're now selling, there's another cost again. So you want to make sure you really, think it through before you decide to sell it, but you can sell it at any time based on your situation. Now, I do recommend you talk to lenders, because this is very important. Even though you can qualify for a 5% down payment to buy a 2 to 4 unit, it may still not be the best route for you, because everybody will be different. Your financial is different, your background is different, and among other things that lender will be considering. So if you need a recommendation on which lender I will recommend, based on my experience, somebody that is doing this full time, and also somebody that is a landlord that has worked with so many people that are buying 2 to 4 units and even more than 4 units, I would say reach out to me. You can find the link to my calendar below. We might be able to help you buy your fourplex or get started in real estate, as the case may be. And also make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with anybody you think will benefit. This is a big deal. Buying a multifamily, a 4 units with as little as 5%. This is real estate made easy, because again, at the beginning, even before November 18, 2023, it used to be 25% to buy a fourplex. Now you can actually put 5% down. This will allow you to scale your portfolio as fast as you can, provided you are determined to go through the process. Make sure to share this video, click on that notification bell so I can let you know the next time I have a new video. And above all, please comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you actually been going through the process of buying a house or selling a house, or you're actually using the loan product of conventional 5% right now as we speak. So let me know below. I'll be in the comment section replying to you, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye bye.